This is a Bitcoin technical analysis video. Before I begin, I'm asking you please to stay with me until the end because I have a small announcement to make. Now let's move over to Bitcoin's technical analysis. In this video, I will briefly go over the main scenarios, the bullish and the bearish. Following that, I will tell you what I think will most probably happen. However, the most important thing is mindset. The fact is that no one knows what price is going to do next. Still, because we are taught from a very young age to aspire for certainty, we are not well equipped to operate in an environment we do not control. To alleviate the stress of uncertainty, we decide what will happen next, or we gravitate towards other people who choose for us what will happen next. They are called influencers. And this way we form a bias. A bias is not a problem in and of itself. The only problem is that we are setting ourselves to failure if we cling to this bias in the face of contradicting evidence. Well, how to handle the uncertainty? To handle the uncertainty, we need to rehearse all the probable scenarios, not all the scenarios because they are numberless, only the most probable scenarios, and to make a trading plan for every scenario. This way, we don't need to think or rationalize too much. When a scenario materializes, we react according to our trading plan. Now, there are two main scenarios. The first scenario is bullish. And according to the bullish scenario, Bitcoin is going to break above $49,000, possibly to 50K and then some. And in the best case scenario, in my opinion, Bitcoin will make it to as high as 52K. Following the 52K mark, I'm expecting a period of consolidation, which will most likely include a pullback, and after the pullback, a fresh impulse to the upside, which could probably take Bitcoin to as high as 60K or maybe a bit more. This is the bullish scenario. How to handle the bullish scenario is simple. I think that anyone who wanted to be in this long trade is already in the trade. If you are not in the trade, now is not the time to open a fresh long position. And all you need to do if you want to long Bitcoin is to wait patiently for a pullback and long the pullback. Currently, I don't see any bullish entry on Bitcoin. The bearish scenario assumes that what we have here is some sort of an ABC correction and that Bitcoin will reject from the 49K level, maybe a bit below, maybe a bit above, and following this rejection, Bitcoin will enter a pullback period, which could take it to as low as 38,500. But if this is indeed a correction, I'm expecting a bit lower than 38,500. How to handle the bearish scenario? For the bearish scenario, we need to see a rejection. Until now, we did not see a rejection. How will a rejection look like? You don't need to think too much. Just look at the January 11th candle. This here is a rejection. Okay? We need to look for a pin bar candle, a rejection candle from approximately where we are at right now, followed by, it could be a direct a rejection to the downside, a rejection candle like we have here on January 12th, or it could be a consolidation below resistance followed by a rejection. If the bearish scenario will materialize, my target is 37K, and it will be some sort of a double bottom scenario. Which scenario is most likely, in my opinion? In my opinion, the bullish scenario is more likely. However, at the point we are at right now, it's very difficult to tell. And the best thing to do is to wait for price action to tell us what's going to happen. The most important levels are 49K, because if Bitcoin gets above 49K, then we know that the bullish scenario is in play, and the 44.5K support level, which wasn't tested, is the second most important level, because as long as Bitcoin is holding above 44.5, I'm expecting higher prices. If you have a bearish bias, I suggest that you act with caution and don't short Bitcoin without substantial evidence that the bearish scenario is at play. The minimum I would expect is to see a rejection, a harsh rejection for 49 before entering a short position. And I would think twice about shorting Bitcoin at these levels. That's all regarding the technical analysis. I would like to announce that I'm close to finishing a tutorial about using ARKS as a dynamic support and resistance tool. When this tutorial is complete, I will upload it to my Telegram channel. The links are in the description box. This tutorial relies heavily on the foundations I laid in the first tutorial. To understand and utilize ARKS, you need to understand the basics of scaling the chart, which I explained in the first tutorial. All the tutorials are free. All you need to do to download these tutorials is to join the Telegram channel and download the tutorials. And that's it. If you want to learn how to use ARKS in your trading, please let me know in the comments, because these tutorials take quite a little time and I'm reluctant to invest so much of my time if not many people are interested. That's all I have for you on Bitcoin. I hope it helps, and I will see you in the next video.